Just a couple moments ago, I caught up with Senator Mike Rounds, the Republican from South Dakota, who as of last night was a no vote, but this morning changed to yes, based on a couple promises from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. I asked him what was going on, and he said that leadership has them in a holding pattern for the next couple of hours as they figure out what they are going to vote on, whether it will be the bill that the House passed last night, that 30-day short-term funding bill, whether it will be something like 4 to 5 days, which both Democrats and some Republicans have proposed to ramp up the pressure to get a deal done on immigration, or whether it will be something in between. He says that Republicans in the rank and file don't know yet, but Senator Schumer and the Democratic caucus are surely meeting this afternoon to figure out next steps from their approach after that 90-minute meeting with the president. As I said, when he came back to the Capitol, he had little to say about the meeting, but just that it was productive. Listen.
We had a long and detailed meeting. We discussed all of the major outstanding issues. We made some progress, but we still have a good number of disagreements. The discussions will continue. Thank you.
Whether those discussions will continue beyond this 9-hour time frame that both Capitol Hill and the White House are now staring down, it remains to be seen. But those are questions that are being hashed out behind the scenes right now. Kelly?
Kayla, just real quickly, you mentioned they're not sure which bill it might be. If they were to vote on just a 4 or 5 day stopgap bill, does the House have to vote on that too?
They would, and the House was somewhat frustrated this morning. Some of the members of leadership were saying, look, we've already done our votes, we've done our job, we need to leave for the weekend. They're actually out next week. So that's one of the other complicating factors of this equation, is that it's not something that they could necessarily push off until Monday or Tuesday. But then around midday today, the whip's office said, wait a second, we need you to be flexible, we need you to stick around. And so that was the first sign that potentially there was a deal that was happening that could result in a different piece of legislation than the one the House voted on last night.
All right, Kayla, thank you. We'll let you get your ear back to the ground, see what's going on there. Let's get to the White House now for reaction to that meeting with Eamon Javers. Eamon?
Yeah, Bill, it was an unusual meeting here in the Oval Office. Just 4 men were in the room, we are told. It was the president, Chuck Schumer's chief of staff, and the president's chief of staff, John Kelly. Those are the only participants in the meeting. That's unusual. Typically, these would involve some more of the leadership across the board, both Democrats and Republicans, possibly at this late stage of the game. But clearly, the president had something that he wanted to hash out directly with Chuck Schumer. He was able to do that. I'm told by a White House official that it was a good meeting, but here at the White House, they're not offering any more details at all about what specifically was discussed. You can imagine that whatever it was will start to leak out on Capitol Hill. Schumer will presumably have to socialize it among his colleagues if there was any offer made here at the White House, and we should get some wind of what that might have been. But for right now, we don't know what the 4 people in the room discussed, but we do know that there were only 4 of them, and that's a little bit unusual here at the White House.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.